So this is it. This is where I have my data. Let me just start from the beginning. Welcome once again. Good evening. So you click on the folder, you open. There are times that when you open it, it might ask you to update. Just ignore the update. There is no need for that. Just ignore. Please mute your mic. Thank you.
Hello, sir. We can't hear you again.
Sir, we can't hear you.
Hello. I'm so sorry. I was muted. So what I was trying to say is that this is how the interface looks like. And you can see Stata 16.0, that's the version. You can see that it's used for statistics data analysis, copyright, starter, and all, and all, and all, and all, and all, and all. This is licensed to, the person is licensed to. Anyways, you can see he said more than 2 billion variables are allowed. See help. Now, he said maximum number of variables is set to 5,000. What this implies is that if you have large data set and then you have more than 5,000 variables, it won't take it until you change that. And then you can see here it's saying help set max variance. That help set max variance, if you enter the code, help set, there is a command prompt where you can do the command prompt. And then don't forget for Stata, you type in lowercase. If you type in uppercase, you will keep getting error. Help sets, it is case sensitive. Help sets max variable. It will show you. See, say F for set max not found. Search for set. Okay, MAVR. Well, so what you simply use help for is, in case you are in doubt of any code, you can just press help. Let's say for us, help TA. It's showing for tabulate. That's by the way. Don't worry, we'll still get here. Now, you can see at the top, heading here, there is file, there is edit, there is data, there is graphics, there is statistics, there is user, there is window, there is help. These are the drag buttons or the click buttons. You can click here, see it says file, open, do file name, change working directory. Working directory is where all the work you are doing is going to be saved, or where you are operating from, the folder you are operating from, as far as this Stata is concerned. I will still touch on that. This is the log. If I begin, it will open a log file. And then you see, I might just save it, but I wouldn't want to do that now. I will share a document or a PDF on Stata with you because, I may not touch everything, even I don't know everything, but at least I know the one I know I will share, and then you continue to build from wherever I stop. I don't know if that is clear enough. So your file, You can print, you can import. Just like you have import in SPSS2, you can import in Stata as well. You can see, you can import your Excel, you can import in CSV, you can import SPSS, you can import SAS, you can import text, different versions or different ways by which you can actually import. And you can export too when you are done. You can export data to Excel, to different version. You can print, and there are example data sets too. See, example data set installed with Stata. This page contains link and all. And one good thing is you can be connected when you're using your Stata, that in case you need to check stuff online, you can check, especially when you're using the help command. The help command is more like trying to consult or trying to clarify or find help, as the name implies. Then you have here, open. If you click open here, it will look for different Stata files, and you can change. See, you can change here, data files, SEMPA diagrams, Stata, or if you click all files, it will allow you to view different files, and then that can help you, import from this open too. I'm just pressing it again so that we can see it. And then you have save here. If you want to save your work, you still have print here as well. You still have print. Still have print. Someone is asking if the video will be shared. Definitely, we have always been sharing the videos to all our classes. Then here is also the formatted the log file. If you want to save the log file, for opening log file. And here is viewer. Here is if you want to plot different graphs. Here is the new do file editor. What is a do file editor? Do file editor is a place where you can type all your commands and then run from there. You type your commands in your do file. Let me open a do file for us. You click on it, see, it has opened untitled do file. Let's say, for example, let me say I type help. I just click on it, and then here is what helps me to execute it. Execution of do file help. You can see that it has run in the main Stata. Most times what I do is that I partition my screen in a way. Let me show you, for example. I hope you can see my screen. I try to partition most times when I want to use the do file. Oh no, this is not what I'm doing. All right, so scroll. It might be a whole lot of work here and there, but that's what I do most times. I try to partition, especially when I want to just write my commands on the do editor. So I'll just, then I can, in a way, scroll this here and all. But these and many more will still check. So you can type your commands on the do file editor. You can still raise it up so that they can be of the same size. But it's better that the one of the Stata output is small. Then you have this is the data editor. A data editor, and there's a data editor and there's a browse editor. Here is the browse. The difference between the data editor edit and the data editor browse is that in browse, you can only go through your data. You browse through it. In edit, you can edit the data. And then we have the variable managers. This is where you can see that helps you show, it shows you the variable. You can see here that you have places for variables. Here you can search. This is one of the reasons why I prefer Stata. You can search for your variables here. I prefer Stata to SPSS. It was SPSS, you have to scroll down, you keep scrolling and you keep scrolling, and then you keep scrolling. And then here you can close. So now you can see you can filter your command to maybe, let's say, for instance, you have been typing a command and then you are interested in a command that you have typed before. Maybe you have typed so many commands. Each time you run your command here on the command prompt, it will show here. It will show here. But the difference is if you run on the do file, this is what you'll be seeing. Stuff like this. Let me press another one again. Help TA. TA is tabulate. Is that you press TA or TAB or whichever one you are more comfortable with? Okay, let me just highlight it and run it. I've run that, so it's giving me the output. Let me close it back. If you notice, what it's showing is that you have it in the do. See, if you check this, let me try and open it a little bit. It's showing the name of the laptop. See, it's showing that this is a command executed on the do. But if you press or type in the command prompt here, help, it will show you here on the command list. Let me close it. You will see now. See, it's showing you here. So I just want you to, in a way, know the difference. And then so that it should be very easy for us to, flow it and then get as the case, maybe. So let's play around Stata today. And maybe in the next class, we'll do more, interesting work, but let's play around it. Now, let me look for a data and then let me import. No, so what I do is file. And here you can check your properties here. The properties of your data here. Properties, variables, data, value labels, file name, all. But so let's say file. Let me import. I wouldn't know. Let me see. I should have some XPSS data here. Let me check. I'm using a different laptop tonight, so SPSS. Let's browse. I should have. Okay. Oh, let's use this. West Africa countries. This is the DHS data. Open. So you can see it's already showing. So I will just press OK. Now import. You can see here. Let me bold in it so that. Can we see the screen? I think we can see it. You can see it. It says import SPSS using. This is the where the data is located. This name of data. So if you don't want to use the click file import, you can, if you know where your data is saved and then you know the version, you can just press this command to import SPSS. If I press this command again, I can highlight my command and copy and paste. Let me highlight and copy and paste. You hear what it will tell me? It will tell me that that data is already there. I wouldn't know the grammar it will use now. Okay. See, it said data set in memory is changed since last saved. So no data set in memory has changed. So it means it's still the same data that is still there. So that is that. And if you can see at your top right, yeah, it's showing the case ID, the index to birth history, date of birth. I can't even remember what this data is all about. Region, but it is NDHS data. Children under 5. I think it's data of children actually. Meal, dietary intake, and all. So one thing is interesting. You can just come to your command prompt, type browse. You will see what it will show you. To show you all your data. Browse all the variables. See, it has brought out the variables. Pressing the browse command. This is the case ID. This is MDIX. For this part, you can see that the label is here. They are paying attention. The label is, which means case ID means case identification. MIDX means index to birth history, while V000 is country passcode. And at the same time, it's showing you the type. It's showing that this is a string. I think by now we are used to all these string. It says this one is byte. This is an integer, a long integer, byte, double. So you can see the format here. You can scroll. Okay, there's no other value label here. Okay, so that is that. So from here, you can actually see and peruse through your variables. See, there are missing data. Missing data is represented with dots. Missing. All right, so that is that. I can minimize. So what browse enables you to do is that you can browse through your variables. Let me go back to that. I can easily change from browse to edit mere by clicking here. It will bring a command. It will tell me that you are at the, okay, it's not here. I'm coming. In the browse, if you try to edit, it will not edit because you are browsing, but you can easily see this is browse. I can easily change and say edit mode. It will ask that, are you sure you want to change to edit mode? Then you press yes. You will see now, I'm just trying to show us. I've put 0. You can see that I can edit now. Once you press anything in this, the edit form, if you come back to your stator, you see it, anything you do will reflect. See, browse, it's showing you have replaced M667 equals to 0 dot in 1, which means if you press the same command, it can do the same. Let me show you. Control C, Control V. Replace 0 in, let's say 2. It has happened again. See, real one change mode. So this is beautiful in the sense that you can play around it, you can do the edit, or you can just, you can either click or you press codes. That's what makes data interesting. Each time there is an error or, an error, let me just use the word error, or something is wrong, most of the output will come in red, showing a danger sign. So that is that. Okay, let's see. I've pressed browse. I've done edit. Now let's go back to set maximum variable. Set max. Do I still remember this command? Oh, why is my hex pressing? Max variable to 10,000. Will it work? No data set in memory has changed since last saved. So most times, it's good that you set your max variable at the beginning before you start working, so that will change in the memory. And then when you import your data sets, you are importing, a data set that will allow more than 5,000. So that is just that. You want to set max. This is this command prompt you use. Okay, so that is that on that. And one thing you can do is that if you have a variable, imagine that you want to do, don't forget, if you want to get a tabulation or a descriptive, you use TA or TAB. I'm using TAB now. Instead of having to type meal frequency here, you can just click here. There's an arrow. It will drop. See, it has given me the tabulation. I can use TA too. Same thing. It will work well. You can see. Now, when you want to tabulate many variables, you can see that it has report the frequency, the percentage, and the cumulative. How do you get cumulative? Simple. The first percentage is 27.0. 27.0. So what cumulative does is it adds the first one with the second one. If you add this 27.00 to this 13.15, it will give you 40.15. You add this 40.15 to 22.25, it will give you this 62.40, which means that even some of the things you've done as calculation in statistics and you feel you have escaped, even at the point of doing the practical and using the software, you still really need the knowledge of some of those things so that it helps and makes life quite easy for you. So let's say, for instance, I'm trying to get how these things are coded. You can just press codebook for this. Codebook. Sorry. Codebook. I think it's Strata, right? That codebook, what does it do? It gives you the description or what all the variables is all about. Some of the things you can start looking for here. It will give you, see, it's typing that this is a numeric and byte. It tells you that the label is labeled 6, but 50 non-missing values are not labeled. It tells you the range. It ranges from 1 to 74. Unit 1, missing. Examples 5, it's showing you how the data look like. 5 reps, Atlantic Urban. Let me show you. Let's now do, I brought it down. Let's put TA. either TA or tab. See, it's showing you just the exact way. That one just give a descriptive. You remember I said it ranges from 1 to 74. As you can see, this is 74. This is 74. See, it's showing you. It said example, Atlantic Urban. See Atlantic Urban here. 10 is Collines Rural. See Collines Rural. It's showing you example of what you have in that particular variable. That's what codebook does. So if you don't want to do for just a single variable, you can just press codebook. I wouldn't know why my this thing is so tiny, but I hope we can see it's codebook. May have to go and check the settings, but codebook entirely, just press enter. It will give you the codebook for all the entire data sets. You can see that it's running. It's going to be give you the entire codebook for all the data sets. And if you're just interested in just two variables too, just press codebook, enter the first variable, second variable to give you the codebook for that particular variable. Give me 2 seconds, please. So you can see it's still running because we have quite a number of variables. We have quite a number of variables, so it's running. Okay, so codebook means, what codebook means simply from the word book and code. It shows how each variables are coded. If you are using an NDHS data set, I think NDHS data set itself even comes with codebook. Let's say, for instance, when I was doing SPSS or when we're doing SPSS, you could know that some variables, the way they were named, the values they were given to, the value label, whether it is string or numeric, that's what the codebook tells you about. So the codebook is more like, how do I put it? Like the dictionary of the data, what all the data is all about. It tells you what the data is all about, the details of the data, or the details of each variable. And this is what codebook has been doing. See, showing us what each variable actually means and what each variable actually represents. So that is that on codebook. Now, I use tab. Tab is used for descriptive, to find your frequency and your percentage. Now, let's say you want to do for as many variables as possible. I've been dropping variables. Let me drop for part working, country type, women, study weight. Then let me come here and type my code. TAB1. That's what you just need to press. Tab 1. Let me switch this up so I can see it better. Tab 1 is all you need to enter. See, it ran for all of them. It's quite long anyways. But let's try and use TA and put as many variables as possible. You see what it will tell you. See, too many what? What's the output? Anyone there?
Too many variables specified.
Thank you. So which means that command can't work for it. Let's try tab, but I mean, I'm not sure. See, same thing, but you can, and again, if you have pressed a code before on your command prompt, yeah, you can record it back by clicking on it. It will come down here. Let me just put one in front, behind it rather, and you see that, see, it has run. So simple as, it's quite simple actually, very simple to me. I prefer this most times to SPSS. SPSS is doing a great job, but I just feel I can just be running some codes and then, I have my result. So this is this on this. And this is quite introduction, so that we familiarize ourselves with things. Now, let's say, for instance, one thing is certain. Let me look for a string variable. I don't know if we will have any string variable. How do we know how to write commands? That's what I'm teaching you already. So let's say that you have I'm looking for a string variable, please. I'm coming. I want to try something because I'm not so sure I have any string variable here. But okay, I hope I will get. Okay, one thing about string variable is that you can't really do analysis with string variable. You might have to convert it to numeric. Yeah, you need to. But but let's see this. We've done tab, we've done code book, we've done what else have we done? Help, set, CA, tabulate, set marks, variable. I don't want to miss any step before I start teaching us how to put some codes together. I don't want to miss any. But okay, now let's say for instance, is there gender here? Here you can search for your variable, as I said. Imagine, see, sex. Since that is not there, you can see that it's not bringing it out. I wouldn't know. Think because it's been a while I use this laptop, some of the keyboards are pressing. So let's check for age. Okay, see, age is there. You can search. It makes life easy, which means if you have as many variables like 10,000, you can easily search. Imagine you are using SPSS and you have as much as 10,000. You have to be scrolling down. That's a whole lot, isn't it? So age. Then let me, since I've seen so many age here, I've seen so many age here. I'm coming. Let's say, for instance, this is the women age. You can just drop this and then let's tabulate it. Oh, sorry, I've pressed the wrong code. Oh, let me press my code before dropping it. CA. Okay, as you can see, these ages. This age is from 15, 16 on her. I can also transform here or recode here. Don't worry, I'll teach you how to convert from from string to numeric. You can use either the string or you encode it and then you generate. But it's a step at a time. I'm looking for, I think this data set has been so much worked on that we may not really be able to. Okay, let me see this. CA. Okay, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the H. All right, so let's say, for instance, give me like few seconds. Let me try to change the setting of my laptop so that these things can be, bigger. Search. What was that again? Sorry, I'm trying to, I feel it's too small. So I not the display, or what was it called? I think it's better now, right? Hello?
Hello? It hasn't changed though.
Is that?
It's still the same.
It's still the same.
It's not the same. Even I've noticed it from my hand. It's bigger now. Check very well. Oh, the command is still small. But the lectures are bigger now. But the ones here are bigger now. So, and even the ones here, they are bigger. It's just the command button. So you can see now, yeah, this is bigger now. It's just only the command part that is. Okay, so let me try and do something now. Let me show us something. Let's say we want to report. Recode. Oh my, this is very small. What is wrong? Do you mind if I use my do file? Let me just use the do file to do the recode. So, okay, think in a way. Okay, I know I've seen what is wrong. Okay, so you can see it better now, right? Can someone respond?
So nothing has changed from my end, though. I don't know if it's the same with everybody's one.
Till now?
Yes, it's bigger now.
Okay, someone said I can't see the screen.
It's better now. It's better now.
It's
Is the
bigger.
network then? I think it's the network.
It's network issue. It's okay.
So, thank you. So, let's say we want to record this. Record. You open a bracket. This is just still playing around it. In the next class, we'll launch further. 15. This is 15 to, let me see. The age starts from 15 to, oh my God, it's so long ago. 15 to 95. Let's say I want to do 15 to 15 to yeah, let me just do 2 to make it easy. 15 to 50. What you do is record 15 to shows you start from 15 to 50. This is what this means. Record, you are starting from 15 to 50. Then you press equals to, let's say, let me use 0. Then you use this to represent the name. Let's say 15 to 50 years. Then you close the bracket, then open another one. Let's say 51 to, you can just press max. Max means the last one. What is wrong? It's been a while I use this laptop. Maybe that's why the keys are pressing. I just feel I should use it, and there's no power here, and then the battery lasts longer than the other laptop. Oh my. All right. So 51 to max. I can decide to put max, or I put 95. I'll press equals to, then put 1, then inverted or apostrophe, then 51 years and above. I can press 51 years and above, or 51 years to 95. Then I close again. Then I put a comma. Then I put gen. Gen is to generate. Then I can call it age. Let me just say age categorized. Age categorized. Then I close the bracket. I press enter. See, the codes are wrong. It's telling me invalid variable list, codes do not match. Then you need to check again. What exactly happened? What happened is that in this recode here, I didn't put the inverted or the apostrophe to complete what I started. See now, 2 view variables specified. You see that? I'm just trying to show us this so that you will see some of the issues that can come up when we are trying to do recode or do so many things. It's saying 2 view variables specified, then check 15 to 50, then 51 to 85. One other thing is, could it be that that particular variable is string? Let's check. Now, the error now is here. You press recode. The particular variable you are trying to recode has not been entered. I don't know if you are with me. Now you have to go, we have to check what's the name of the variable. You may not like this part because of errors you'll be getting. Okay, I think it's woman part age. I hope that's the correct variable. Let me see. What I do at times is, okay, I'm scrolling too fast. Okay, I think this is it. So you can just copy at times from here, or I just go up and so put it here. Now it has run. What am I having here? Record women part, age. Then I generate age because we're saying that 91,688 differences between women part age and age categorized. That's trying to show you the kind of differences that has happened. So I can just scroll down here to see the new variable here has been created. Let's tabulate it and see what we have. TA. Yeah. See, it's showing 51 to 50 years, 51 years and above. One other thing you can do is to add, if you want to add label to it, just like we used to do in SPSS, you can just press num label, comma, add. Now I will now press the other code again. I brought it back. You can see that it has added. What difference did you see? Did you see any difference? Please kindly mute your mic, please. Thank you. What difference? Did you notice any difference, please? Anyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what's the difference, please?
The 0 that was used for the first category has been added, and the 1 also.
Thank you very much. That's just it. In this way, there are some persons. Let me scroll up. In this previous code here, you can decide not to add this label to it. If you just do 15 to 50 equals 0, when you run the code, if you just give you that, let me show us again. But I like adding the labels to it because it makes it easy. It makes the interpretation easy. Let me remove it. And one thing to take note of is, if I try to run this again, it will not run. It will tell me that this variable is already existing. So I will just put _1, then enter. Now let's check it. You can see that it's just showing you 0 and 1, but you don't know what 0 is. You don't know what 1 is. That's why it's good to, always put the value. Now you can drop easily in Stata by using the drop command. Just press drop. I can drop this now. It says drop. If you check for here, you won't see that variable again because it has dropped it. So use the drop command to drop any variable that you are not interested in. Let me drop another one again. Or let's say, for instance, now I have so many variables here. I can just say, if I'm just in need of few variables, I can just say keep. Then all the variables I'm interested in alone, that's what I will keep. All other variables will disappear. I'm coming. I hope you are with me. You use keep to keep variables of interest so that the variables you are not interested in won't be here, and then you just focus on the variables of interest alone. Let me just do here. Let me keep this. What did you notice? It has kept only these variables. They are the only variables you will see here. All other variables have been dropped. So B, women age, is still here. C, it's only variables that you decided to keep that have been kept. All other variables have been dropped. So that is what you use keep for, and then you use. So if you just want to drop maybe 2 variables or just 3 variables, you can use the drop. And if the number of variables you want to keep is not much, to use the keep. The number of variables you want to drop is just few. Use drop. But if you want to keep many variables, just use drop to drop the ones you're not interested in. I mean, that applies, in both ways. That really applies. So that is how to keep variables of interest to you. Let's say, for instance, You have, I wouldn't know, there's no string variable here, but someone should please remind me or drop on the group chat that I want to teach us how to convert or change a variable to from string to numeric. Okay, let me just check codebook for all these variables, these current variables. Maybe I will see anyone that is string there. Codebook. None is string. Integer, bytes. Can see none is string. Well, or maybe I should just quickly create a string variable. Okay. Well, maybe in the next class I'll do that. So now tablets, and let's say for instance you want to play around it again. You want to play around your data, and then you want to do a summary. What you used to do a summary is you summarize. When you summarize, that I don't know if it's the summary. Okay, this one is correct. See, I summarize all my variables. Summarize command. What that will give you is that you give you the number of observations, to give you the mean, to give you the standard deviation, to give you the minimum, and then to give you the maximum. And then you can summarize for each. If you have some variables of, let's say just this one, you don't want to summarize. You just use the summarize command, summarize. Then the variable I want to see the mean and standard deviation for, say, it has summarized it. Observation, mean, standard deviation. And I think summarize has options. I can't remember the option. Okay, you can press F if you want to know about summarize more. Just press L. Summarize. Let's take for instance, let me use SC. You see, did it work? Oh, it worked here. Oh no, it's giving me summarize. It said L for summarize not found because I used the wrong nomenclature, wrong command. See, summarize. As I said, it's case sensitive. See, error. But if I change it to the real summarize, and then let me say I press H of respondent. See, this is the mean. This is the standard deviation. You know, I taught us in the SPSS class how to do the mean and standard deviation. Can we all hear me, please? I want to be sure I'm still teaching this class.
Yes, sir, we
Yes, we
can
are
hear you.
hearing you,
Oh,
sir.
thank you.
We are hearing
So for that, I taught us how to do mean and standard deviation. So summarize too helps us do that. If you are interested in more, maybe the interquartile range and all those stuff, so there are options to it. Just use this help summarize to read more, or summarize. Then see, you can read more. It says summarize variable list. If in wait, see the options. It allows you to use different options and all. And then let me quickly show us this. If you are using your do file, let me say for instance, if to create comments, if you use this, no matter how much you run this, Stata will know that this is for comment. It will never run. Let's see that I'm putting to descriptive. I type there that I'm doing descriptive statistics. And okay, I use it. So enter. If you run this, if you run this, see what you have. Let's come to the see end of do file. It's Stata took it as a comment. See, so let's come back. Let me do tab 1. And on the editor, Stata might be suggesting stuff you might want to do for you. See, tab is Oh no, sorry. I can't do all that in the editor. I will have to be typing V013. But one good thing about the editor is if you have typed a variable name before, by the time you are using it again, it's already suggesting that variable name for you. So let's run this. Sorry, please. Let's run this. So it has run. See, age in 5 groups. Now let's say, for instance, that after that, I put slash. Where is slash? The Stata will not run this, which means you use this to create a comment where you don't have the code. But on a line where you have the code, you can just use this to think. You cannot write tabulation or frequency of age in 5-year group. So you can run it. So you see, tabulation. So Stata is not going to run this because it won't affect the code. So what you need to do is just after you have run your command and you are interested in writing line code, you can just use this to write, a line code. But practically, just run this alone, and then you have your outputs. So see, okay, I didn't run that, I guess. So tab. So that is that on that writing in either the detail editor or in your command. Even the commands that I have here, I can copy all. I can just come here. See, I can Control A, Control C. If I'm interested in doing that, let's see. Just that you won't know where you got errors. See, I have brought all my commands. So all these errors, I can just easily remove them and then edit them on the data, editor. See. But one thing you can also do is that you can delete a command on the command prompt that you're not interested in. Right click, see, copy, then delete. Or you send selected, you can select some. Select, do selected. So the ones you have selected, you can send them to, do file. Let's say select all, then press right click again, send selected to do file. See, and it has created another do file. You see, so quite easy to to do and then work around. I would not really want to show us too much tonight, so that we can still play around it. And then you have the Stata installed for those of us that have not installed Stata. And then in the next class, I launch further. Actually, next class is meant to be the next class, but no, I'll find a way to extend it so that we can teach us, or maybe we'll take more time to teach in that next class, and then we call it a day. So do we have questions? Because I had quite a very busy day, but I have to still just show up because I've committed myself to it and I must do it to the very end. Do we have questions today?
Yes, sir.
Hello, class. Questions?
Yes, sir.
All right, please go on.
All right, thank you very much for your time, sir, and your commitment. So I just want to ask, this Stata now, is it almost the same thing SPSS is doing? Is it that it does where you have higher data that you don't to stress on SPSS? Or what actually differentiates it from the SPSS? Or is it the coding?
Well, the coding does, and there are some things that may not be able to run in SPSS that is actually available on Stata. Maybe some more complex analysis. Are you with me, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes. So any other question? Okay, I will try to do the video hopefully tonight or tomorrow. No, I've had another class before now, and then But if you have questions, clarifications, you can do what to, reach out to me in my DM, and then we can, see how I can help you. And then see, and well, if you have papers you are working on and then you need collaborations too, you can reach out. I may not charge you. So you can reach out and we can see how to go around it, and then see how we can make progress. Is that okay? So
Okay,
you will
sir.
get the
Thank you
video.
so
Don't
much.
worry, you'll get the video. All right, please enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
We really appreciate it, sir.
You are
Thank you.
welcome, sirs. You are welcome, sirs. So please, I beseech you, talk to your friends. Let them do well to attend. That's one way to encourage me, actually. All right. Imagine we have over 600 students in the class. We started with around 20. 10 has been lost to follow up. That's attrition rates. It's okay. All right. Thank you so much. God bless you all.
Thank you, sir.